Hey, welcome everybody to Aditi Learning Centre. So, today we are going to discuss the important current affairs of 27/11/2023 along with the Hindu newspaper analysis. Please bear in mind that the discussion we are going to have today is from the point of view of UPSC examinations and the type of questions asked in general studies. So, with that, let us begin. I am SK. Welcome one and all to Aditi Learning Centre's YouTube channel. So, the important points from the examination point of view for 27/11/2023 are as follows. First point is regarding the Constitution Day celebration held in the Supreme Court of India, which was presided over by our Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. Second one is the Union Health Ministry asked states to watch cases of respiratory illness. Third is first toll booth opened in Idukki. We'll delve into the details as we move further. Next comes the fleet electrification to tackle urban pollution. After that, our president, that is President Draupadi Murmu, calls for all India judicial service. Next is regarding the World Climate Action Summit, that is WCAS, to be held in Dubai. Then comes Ayushman Bharat Health Centers to be renamed. Next is regarding Moshe Holzberg. And finally, we discuss the mascot regarding the Halo India Para Games 2023. The mascot who has been selected as who is representing the Halo India Para Games 2023. That we'll see. So coming to the first point, that is Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud on Constitution Day, what he has said, and the important points regarding his deliberation we will discuss. During the Constitution Day celebrations at the Supreme Court, Chief Justice of India, in short CJI, expressed that the Supreme Court has always acted as people's court. He said that it was the solemn duty of the current generation to keep afloat the idea of India powered by a constitution based on the principles of individual liberty, equality, and fraternity. The Supreme Court and the Constitution are entering the 75th year of their founding and adoption respectively. That is, Supreme Court is entering the 75th year of founding and Constitution of India is entering its 75th year of adoption. He added that our Supreme Court is unique in a way that citizens, no matter who they were or where they came from, could simply write to Chief Justice of India to set into motion the constitutional machinery of the Supreme Court to get justice. That is to say, in short, Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud sir has said that Supreme Court has always acted as people's court. That is, it was so approachable for any person of India, any citizen of India, irrespective of where they came from or who they were. They could simply write to Chief Justice of India whenever a constitutional issue or issue regarding the constitutional right was in question. They could simply write to Chief Justice of India and set the constitutional machinery of the Supreme Court in motion to get justice. Also, he said that the current generation of India needs to keep afloat the idea powered by a constitution based on the principles of individual liberty, equality, and fraternity. That is, if we go through the constitution, the beginning itself, in the preamble itself, it is that is in the introductory part, the first schedule itself, it is mentioned that our constitution is based on the principles of individual liberty, equality, and fraternity. So to safeguard these principles, For every citizen of India, our current generation also should abide by the constitution, should know about the constitution, so that the principles on which it is based could be kept alive. Now, second one. Next comes Union Health Ministry asks states to watch cases of respiratory illness. Recently, there have been many cases of respiratory illness in children in China. So now, whenever any diseases spread in China, we Indians, and not only Indians, the whole world comes on alert, because we all have the experience of COVID-19, how it started in China and how it spread to other parts of the world. So whenever any new disease or a new illness starts spreading in China, all the countries of the world go on high alert. Similarly, recently there have been surge in respiratory illness cases in northern China. Because of that, the health ministry has advised all the state governments to closely monitor the cases of influenza-like illness, ILI, a severe acute respiratory illness, and severe acute respiratory illness, that is in short SARI. So, the Union Health Ministry has urged the states to watch out for cases of respiratory illness, so that its spread can be avoided in India, if at all it reaches India. Next is regarding the first toll booth opened in Idukki. Now, recently, Idukki has become the largest district of Kerala. So, obviously, since it's a place which is in the news, so a news item pertaining to the same place will also have significance, since it's a fresh, since the place is fresh in the news. So, from the Indian polity point of view, we can take this as an important topic. So the first toll booth in the largest district of Kerala was opened on 27/11/2023. It was opened at a place called Devi Kulam near Munnar. Now Munnar is a very popular tourist destination of Kerala. So on that route, the first toll booth has been opened. Now one more in fact has been mentioned in that, which can be asked in prelims general studies. So the fact pertains to the monthly pass applicable to local non-commercial vehicles residing within a radius of 20 kilometers has been fixed at rupees 330 per month at the toll booth. So, coming to the next point, fleet electrification to tackle urban population. Now, this fleet electrification topic has been in the news for the past few days. That is because AQI, that is the Air Quality Index of major cities of India, has been worsening, as a result of which there is a proposal to bring fleet electrification to tackle this problem. So first of all, let us see what is the urban pollution problem and why this air quality index is worsening. So AQI stands for Air Quality Index, which is a system used to measure and report the quality of the air in a specific area. It is an index for reporting daily air quality and provides an indication of how clean or polluted the air is and what associated health effects might be a concern for the general population. The AQI is calculated for different pollutants such as ground level ozone, particulate matter like PM 2.5 and PM 10, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide. Each of these pollutants poses different health risks, and the AQI for each pollutant is calculated differently. The AQI scale typically ranges from 0 to 500. The higher the AQI value, the greater the level of air pollution and greater the health concern. An AQI value of 50 or below represents good air quality, while an AQI value of over 300 represents hazardous air quality conditions. Now, let us come to the root cause of worsening of air quality. In India, there are about 9 lakh trucks which are added to our roads every year to an already running fleet of 70 lakh trucks. India carries over 2 trillion ton kilometers freight on trucks annually. These trucks consume over one-fourth of Indian oil imports and contribute to over 90% of road transport carbon dioxide emissions. That is, whatever oil India is importing, one-fourth of oil imports are burnt by these 70 lakh trucks which are already existing, and they contribute to 90% of carbon dioxide emissions caused by road transport. If all these new trucks are powered by diesel internal combustion engines, our cities will face a greater onslaught of PM 2.5 pollution. Although India has already electrified rail freight transportation, it forms only 20% of the freight carried in our country. We all know that Indian Railways is almost fully electrified, but even then, the goods or the freight carried over Indian goods train forms only 20% of the total freight carried in our country. So, on roads, India's electric vehicle penetration rate has crossed 6% mark. But electric trucks remain a challenge due to upfront costs and charging infrastructure constraints. So, what can be the solution, or what is the recommended solution for this? We all know that the government has taken aggressively efforts to electrify the bus fleet, and it sets electrification targets for the bus aggregators too. But the focus must extend to diesel trucks also. The recent demand for 7,750 e-trucks means electric trucks in India by 2030, if materialized, will result in India saving over 800 billion liters of diesel till 2050. Now, what are the major hurdles in this path? First of all, the upfront cost of a mid-range electric truck in India is around 1.5 crores compared to about rupees 40 lakh for a diesel truck. So you can see the price difference. For an electric truck or a mid-range electric truck, the price of acquisition is around rupees 1.5 crore, whereas for a diesel run truck it's rupees 40 lakh. Apart from this, the cost of charging logistics remain major hurdles in the transition to e-trucks in India. Now, next point deals with the All India Judicial Service mooted by our President. Now, what all are the points keeping in mind our President has suggested for this All India Judicial Service? Now, the key points are to ensure equal representation of India's diversity in the judiciary, since the cause of justice was best served by making it accessible to all. Second point is regarding at which function our president was speaking. The function was regarding the Constitution Day, and it was held at the Supreme Court premises. Judges can be recruited from varied backgrounds through a process which is merit based, competitive, and transparent. That is, through this All India Judicial Service, judges can be recruited from varied backgrounds through a process which is merit based, competitive, and transparent. Next comes the World Climate Action Summit in Dubai. This summit is a high level segment of the 28th United Nations Climate Change Conference, which is being held under the presidency of UAE. This meeting will be attended by Prime Minister Modi during the 20th Conference of Parties. in short, which is always referred to as COP 28, that is Conference of Parties 28. A key feature of this summit will be the conclusion of the global stocktake, a reckoning of the actions taken by each country. Meaning to say, the key feature of the summit will be the global stocktake, means whatever actions have been initiated by the country towards the purpose of this climate change, or to protect our climate, or to bring down the global carbon dioxide emission or global warming. All those actions will be reviewed during this summit. Now coming to the next point, that is regarding Ayushman Bharat health centers. So Ayushman Bharat health centers are about to be renamed. It is, the center has decided to rename the existing Ayushman Bharat Health and Wellness Centers, in short ABHWCs, as Ayushman Arogya Mandir. Its tagline will be Arogyam Paramam Dhanam. All the states and union territories have been urged by the Union Health Ministry to complete the rebranding process by the end of 2023. The National Health Mission logo is to be retained in the rebranded centers. That is, although the name of Ayushman Bharat Health Centers will be changed, but the National Health Mission logo will still be retained in the renamed centers too. Next is about the one famous name. It is Moshe Holzberg, especially in India. We all know that we are commemorating the 15th anniversary of 26/11 terror attacks in Mumbai, and a name which was in the news during those days was Moshe Holzberg. Moshe Holzberg is a young boy who gained international attention due to tragic circumstances. He was born to Rivka and Gabriel Holzberg, a Jewish couple who served as directors of the Chabad House, a Jewish center in Mumbai, India. In November 2008, when Moshe was just 2 years old, the Chabad House was attacked by terrorists as part of a series of coordinated attacks across Mumbai. His parents were among the 166 people killed in the attacks. Remarkably, Moshe survived the horrific ordeal, rescued by his Indian nanny Sandra Samuel, who found him standing between his parents' bodies. Her quick actions to flee the building with Moshe in her arms saved his life. This story of survival amidst tragedy captured the hearts of people around the world. In the aftermath, Moshe moved to Israel to live with his maternal grandparents, Rabbi Shimon and Yehudit Rosenberg. His survival and resilience continue to be a symbol of hope and faith for many. Moshe's story is not only a poignant reminder of the Mumbai attacks, but also a testament to the strength and courage in the face of adversity. Now, the final important topic from 27/11/2023 pertains to the mascot for Khelo India Para Games 2023. The Union Sports Minister Anurag Thakur unveiled Ujjwala, a sparrow, as the mascot for the Khelo India Para Games 2023 in New Delhi on 26/11/2023. So as you can see, this is the mascot Ujjwala for Khelo India Para Games 2023. The sparrow is a symbol and pride of Delhi. The sparrow reminds us that strength comes in many forms and that the human spirit is unbreakable. Thank you one and all. If anyone is interested in getting the PDF of this lecture, kindly request in the comment section. Thank you so much.